I'm going to show you how to deal with radiator valves. This one was obviously taken out of the system. This is where it would screw into the radiator, right here. And this little piece would screw into the other radiator piece, and that's actually the disconnect you're supposed to use to disconnect your radiator. Once this stuff here kind of is together for a long time, it's very hard to get apart. A lot of times these valves leak, and I'll be honest with you, this one was frozen up, and the inside of here, it was almost frozen where there was not a lot of water flow. So someone had adjusted it and left it there. Usually what I do with these, I leave the body in place, and then I will disassemble the rest of the valve, and we will eliminate the valve. Mainly because you don't want to shut one of these valves off. What that does is oversize your boiler, which is probably already oversized. It short cycles the boiler, leaves too much heat in the pipes, and it reduces your efficiency. You're not going to save any money by shutting off a radiator. It'll probably just make it worse by your boiler short cycling. So when these leak, I usually just get rid of them basically, but I leave the body in place. A lot of the old, this valve isn't that old because you can screw it on and everything. It's completely fixable if you wanted to go that route. Some of the older ones just have an off and an on. Those ones are really bad as far as leaking. A lot of those have wooden handles. This handle's plastic. But I just want to go through with you how I decided to take this out and kind of eliminate any kind of tenant from closing them or messing with them and causing a leak in the middle of winter time. And pretty much just deal with it so it's no longer a valve in the system. There's other ways to control your radiator, either with a certain kind of paint or trying to install a ball valve somewhere in the line, but these really don't do a good job anymore at limiting your water flow. I'm pre-disassembling this because and they're really hard to get apart. So first thing you want to do is spray it all down with WD-40 and let it sit for a day or two. You can hit it a couple times if you want. And what I've decided to do with this one, I'll get it apart for you. This part comes away from the body. Now this body, this would actually stay in your system. You wouldn't take this apart. All this stuff is hard to get apart, and you're in a bind if you try to take this all out of your system. So that's what it looks like inside. That's where the water flows through. Goes through there, and goes through your system through here. The piece we want to take care of is this. Basically, we're going to undo the washer that's on here. We're going to take that washer off. And I think it's under pretty good. We want to undo the packing valve. Take off the handle. keep in mind I already had this part once before, so it doesn't go this easy. Take off your packing valve. You know, if you have a leak that's coming through there, you can tighten this up a little bit and that might stop your leak. All you're doing is tighten up your packing. And I'll remove this. Screw that back through the system. Okay, at this point I can slide it out. And there you go. This is the part we want. The first thing I thought about with this is to tap that and put a 1/4-inch plug in there, but I'm sure a lot of you don't have taps to do that. So my next thought was to put this in there and solder this in. So basically what I'll do is I'll cut the bottom off. I'll cut it like there. I'll wind it up in. Clean everything real good. Cut that off. And solder this piece in. Probably top and bottom. And that will make this one solid piece. And you'll be able to screw this back onto your valve. And it'll be free flowing through. There's nowhere to leak, nowhere to cause problems. No one will be able to shut your radiator off, you short cycle your boiler, waste your energy. So I usually do this if I'm doing like a lot of work on the boiler or a new boiler. Or not necessarily with these newer valves, but definitely if I have an old valve, I eliminate it no matter what. Because they are troublesome. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up with a wire wheel, get it all prepared for solder, and then I'll show you how to do that and take care of this valve.